Now, Pari Racewell has 4 eyes, so 2 sets. We have our blue eyes and our black eyes. The blue eyes control our auto gate and our black eyes control the catch wall. So we set those positions where we first think we want to catch our sheep. So these ones here will shut that off, so the further we have these eyes forward, it's going to shut that gate later. And our front eyes, the further back we have our eyes, it's going to catch the sheep further back. Ideally, when we're weighing and drafting, we want to catch them in the middle. When we want to access the rear of the animal, we want to catch the animal at the back. And we want to access the front of the animal, we want to catch the animal further up the front, so we would have our eyes further forward. Now we're going to turn on our Pari sheep handler. We've got a red LED that indicates that we've got power. We've got a toggle switch here for our eyes off and our eyes on, so this controls whether we want these eyes on or off. We have our auto release. When the auto release is in the on position, this lets the indicator control when the wall releases. When it's in the off position, this is in the manual mode, so we will release the animal either through pushing down the hold switch or using the remote. Our draft toggle switch, so if we just manually wanting to draft, our left gate and our right gate. And normally we'd have this in the center position. Next toggle switch is our tilt up and down. You can control this from the dashboard, but normally we would use our foot pedal. This gives us great access to the rear of the animal. And when we want to return, we swap pedals. This is our hold pressure switch. We have increase and decrease. If we increase it, it increases the pressure of the hold of the animal. With our ewes, or our pregnant ewes and our lambs, we want to have decrease the pressure because we don't want to bruise our animals. Right now we're just going to check our eyes to make sure they're working. The last thing we want to do for safety is to put our hands or head anywhere on the other side in between the catching section. So we always do everything from the outside, so we're just going to cover our finger and we know our auto gate's working, so we test both eyes. And then as you can see, if I cover my black eye, nothing's working, but as soon as my blue eye's covered, we've got some clamp. So now also we've got to think about our safety. We've got a lot of moving parts. We've just got to make sure we don't have any fingers, hands, legs, knees, anything in the way of anything that's moving. With our foot pedal, when we're tilting the animal over, we want to make sure that we're at the back, so we're not in the way of the machine as it tilts over, so we're clean away from the machine. And when we're not using this, we want it nicely under the way so it's not a trip hazard when we're walking up and down our platform. And when we do any work on the machine or setting up, we just want to turn our Racewell off.